Let us continue solving the moid. Alright, Eva, we open the door.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
Deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here. Now let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
Now, I'm sure you figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flat caps.
You're not even wearing a flat cap.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
Yeah, that sounds about right for what happens in the protests. Definitely no real world parallels with that.
There's a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Sadamoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Alright, that's...
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Wait, you have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Okay, go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun.
Okay, but that's actually pretty cool. Okay, that's pretty funny. I'm imagining some like not Machiavellian, some Rube Goldberg office space where everyone is in these rearrangeable offices. And so like if you need to move to another building, just a crane picks up your office like a fucking Lego brick and just moves you over to another building and then just slots you in. Oh, that's okay. That's pretty funny. That's amazing.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types.
About me and my container.
One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Wait, the whole neighborhood is in on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Okay, yeah, the Hardy Boys.
Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, Socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like Titus. Exactly something that he would say.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave him 2 weeks paid leave and told him to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Hey, Tapes! Welcome on by. Thanks for the resubscription. I just realized... Okay, so between the 2 critters... what did I add in this one? Why did it not grab the resubscription thing? Hold on, I can fix this. I have the technology! Is it just not getting... Message equals raw input. Or speak. Raw input. Run that back. Damn it, Fox! What is going on? Why is everything broken? Damn it, tech! But anyway. Hi, Tapes. No problem, no problem. Your time is valuable, so I appreciate any time y'all stop by. It is certainly no scale off my back if times get busy. Why do I have legs? It's cursed. Well, I'm a detective, you know, so I gotta have I'm trying to do rotate. There we go. I gotta have my clothes on, you know. I can't be a naked. I can't have my worm out full frontal without any clothes. That'd be uncouth as an officer of Revishal. But yes, yeah, I found a way to get the game assets, and so I just put them in as items. It's kind of funny to get like what my character is wearing in game and then put them on me, because like one of the fun tricks I found is so I have this, and you can see I turn my body invisible, and then I can do this, and what it is, by having my body invisible, I can actually put clothes on the behind layer, and so that it's better able to look like that I'm actually wearing the clothes. You know, because I can actually put them like behind my head and such. It's pretty nice. Works really well when you have a bunch of like 2D items. You need to have them with your no neck, all legs. Exactly. Well, now you know what? Now y'all know how a snake wears pants like this.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
You mentioned a lawyer girl?
This is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
All right. Delicious Dreki drink. Full of snenergy. Snake energy. There's a bullet in the hanged man's head.
So they shot him.
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How? Lieutenant.
That one had too much snenergy.
A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard. What I do know is the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, It's my two little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
Ah! Ow, the skugs! They're gooping me up! They're also stanced up. Look at those T-poses. The dominance. I'm shaking. I'm shaking in my boots.
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they
Yeah, you did get all slug. To be fair, I think it's like a good 2/3 are slug cats. Although I feel like, hold on. Where is? Okay, yeah, the slip should be working. Yes, I have slug pups too. I haven't seen them get thrown though, so that's kind of weird. All right, I don't know why my phone did that. That's weird.
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor.
Oh, you got a couple of Drekis in there. A Dreki dog, and then a frog Dreki. Chibi Dreki.
These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be
Yes,
surprised.
a frog Dreki, a Freki.
Rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
Oh! Oh, there's one. Oh god, the slug pups are huge. Oh, holy shit, they're so big! They could eat the normal slug cats. What is going on here?
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
I need to maybe shrink them down.
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
That does sound quite unlikely, yes. The big guy leading the scabs at the gate is colossal.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Okay, but what about the 8th Hardy?
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind.
I'm sure, Evart.
Hell, interview them, but don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Evart, I met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate?
Of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk. Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Wait, why are you giving it to
I'm not
me?
giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Ugh, I can't believe I have to get up at 10 a.m. tomorrow for work. No! Damn, having to work. What does this place think? I certainly felt that last week. It was my first time being on call for my new place, and I worked some pretty long hours because people did some changes and didn't do all the changes, and so I get woken up in the middle of the night and early in the morning and accidentally work a 36-hour shift until I nod off at my desk, and I'm like, hey, I haven't slept. I'm going to bed. It's actually a little frustrating because I am not good at like collabs or playing with friends a lot of the time. I'm very introverted, but I felt weirdly social last week, and then it just felt like a real stick in the spoke of my wheels when I had all the work stuff suddenly popping off and taking up my time, when I for once wanted to like, hey guys, y'all want to just play some games or just vibe or just hang out? And I couldn't do anything. I Life is hard sometimes. Why do we need to work? I know. We need a set amount of money so we can all do what we want to do. All right, that was a really hard water bottle you threw at me, apparently. I only wanted you to help me with the hardy boars.
I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Let's conclude for
Was
now.
it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social
Oh no. Oh, I'm not a leftist. I'm a communist. I am the one true communist.
Been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
What are you supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are.
Saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are the signatures for?
You asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth center in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
I mean, hell yeah, roller
There's a
skates.
little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where is this place exactly?
Coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit. You're already pretty deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez.
What happened to the current
Have
occupants?
to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth center designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Why do I not believe you have art? This probably go to say, no problem, tapes. Get you that restful, rejuvenating eat. Take care. Hopefully, it is a very boring, uninteresting workday for you. With no drama, no shenanigans, just clock in, time flies, clock out.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
Reject the task.
Acceptable. No one's gonna force you into anything, but I don't know about that gun of yours. You see, I'm a vengeful man, Harry. Part of how I got where I am is that, well, I can be quite nasty sometimes. But the good news is, the moment you change your mind and want to look into this matter, just tell me, and we'll be buddies again.
The lieutenant's eyes meet yours, and he shrugs.
Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's tell him about the alcoholic borscht. I'm curious what he'll say. Wonder if he even knew.
Mr. Dubois, I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. I love your initiative. Knowing you're out there keeping things running lets me focus on the big picture stuff. Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew, stronger, stopped it, strike. I'm just gonna let you surprise me, Harry.
Curious. And it gave us 5 XP. And 5 XP is still 5 experience. Alright, I don't want to accept the task for now because I want to poke around in that area before I need to do anything that could be malodorous. I do want to turn these tasks about on him somehow. I feel like I need to have a character that's much more social foo to be able to do that, though, so I don't know if we'll be able to do that. Our character isn't exactly a paragon of the dialogue disco, you might say. Okay. Actually, I think we need to talk to Joyce. I feel like we may be missing some stuff with the company person at the moment. What was that? Ah, the potato seller. I see. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in your life.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
Neither do I. Pat, you're similarly wet cloak.
Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Am I right?
You know something about these tattoos?
The man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Wait, how's you looking at the photo tied to the lynching?
Tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
All right, tell me about this alleged drug
It's
trafficking.
quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. Materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients.
I
for a
see.
cut.
So they're just the logistics
Yes, but you
people.
won't get anything out of Everart and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
What do you mean?
Lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they are vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Well, there is a lorry driver.
Like the River Esperance in
There's only one we can talk to. There's also one
clearer.
I'll be
we can look through the
explicit.
door.
If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. The two might even be connected.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets.
They're also taking advantage of the
east across the
situation.
river, but the west.
A cold breath rushes in from the bay, making its way down the alleyways and potholed streets. From Martinez to Jamrock, in the traffic you hear the clinking of glass vials, concealed beneath tarpaulin. Or is it just your teeth chattering in the cold?
It's interesting how all these different factions are trying to take advantage of the current situation to advance their own
A
goals.
lot of it. It comes in from large Samaran factories in South Safre, Sigai, and Sinyao. The literage they must get from this terminal alone must be oceanic.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement.
Okay.
We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
Proof you have that the union is
They're
involved.
financing this strike. There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going
I mean, that's what a strike fund is for.
straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock.
She simply nods.
I've got some more questions about reality.
In basic reality, my favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What is...
It remains a mystery what you mean by this.
We're in Martinez, baby.
What is
This is a
Martinez?
district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
You mentioned the sea. What sea is
It's not
this?
really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Oh, so we're near the ocean.
We're on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Known to the early Rivacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the blue immensities, vast, lukewarm, and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
Tell me another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality.
Happy to. What is a preposterously expensive education for, if not sharing? These are unimportant times.
Times are these.
You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
You're late for what?
The big time.
What's the big time? And what is the revolution?
Quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Wait, when was that kerfuffle?
Century Revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in 02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Well, who started
It
it?
wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of
A
Sarat,
pandemic.
a particular
Oh no, a prion disease.
which the authorities in Grad proved
Oh, that's
unable to
terrifying.
contain. Then Marzolf came along and overthrew the government.
Prions are fucked up, man. You're
Overthrow
fucked
their
up.
governments.
Wow, really?
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual cause.
Wonder if it's
was
just
the
basically a
revolution.
mad cow disease
The pandemic
adjacent.
only provided the spark. From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in 08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
What happened next?
You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
The zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie, a pair of pants.
Our lives are very much different from each other.
But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
Well, what's the zone of control then?
City-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course,
The Citizens Militia.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
Oh, I'm bringing the commune back, baby. I'm gonna do it right.
The marvels of the inter-eastlery communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile,
Oh, plastics?
Revachol West
Gotta get your macroplastics.
continues for the 5th decade.
You know, everyone talks about the microplastics they ingest, but you gotta add the plastics to your macros. You got your proteins, you got your carbs, and you got your plastics. Now, you gotta have a nice big sheet. You know, you wanna get that thin plastic. It's much easier to chew and swallow. You know, some of those large plastics can be pretty dangerous. Like the blister packs, those can cut you up. You know, be very careful about those. No, you want that nice, thin, soft plastic. Easy to crush it up, easy to, you know, tear it up into smaller pieces. You know, really get that stuff in there.
43 years. Hard to fathom, I know.
What have been doing all that time?
20 saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell.
It's interesting how they never talk about the first two parts of all these years. It's always like 08 or 19 or 45. But it's never like 1908 or 2008. It certainly really lends to the vagaries of this game. You know, the technology is a little bit strange, a little out of phase. You know, they have some radios, but their photography are still like flash bulb things.
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s.
They need some Polaroid
The
cameras.
Shore East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Ah, so they turned themselves into the Caymans or Ireland.
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing.
Oh no, not quantitative easing.
Dispelled it like a cold splash. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are. Well,
Damn free market.
reality, baby.
Ah, there we go. We finally completed that task. Wait, it updated? Did it update it to complete? I see. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. It tells you when you completed it. Interesting. All right, we're doing good on communist. Not sure what good cop, bad cop's tracking. Got a couple points into superstar and apocalypse cop. I think we've almost edged out sorry cop.
They are.
Okay.
Anyway, and glad to have been of assistance. The little that I
By the way, we talked to Evart Claire.
have.
Finally, time to choose sides.
He's a beautiful man, beautiful and just. A hero of the workers' movement. He's a champion I've sworn fealty to. Bloated rainbow socialist? Damn. I could do business with him. For a socialist, he's reasonable. He's not the champion I have chosen. I wish to swear fealty to you and the cause of capital. It's not important if I liked him. He's doing my job.
Of course, Detective. Excuse me for implying otherwise.
The RCM does not pick sides in this. I hope it doesn't come off any other way.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself.
Hey, I'm a Vern.
However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her she'll like you for it.
That money you gave me, that make things weird? If I shared information, I mean? I helped him turn up the heat on the borscht. He's helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful. Oh,
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this to gauge their reactions. It's all part of
Yeah, it's part of detecting.
simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
He says it's almost ready to be found soon.
Now. Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else
I'll have to turn up the heat on the borscht.
did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
Makes it to keep the strikers drunk. Helps them strike.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
Bree was just to say it again. I know. It's great.
I'm curious. I will choose to interpret that as you turning the alcohol in the strike brew down. For the sake of our professional relationship. And because I don't like the idea of them any more drunk than they already are. What else?
He asked me to open a door.
Referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
Yeah,
Such
referral.
referrals may sometimes get you information from a man.
Detective, I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
Interesting that Kim interjects here. I don't know why I decided to share this stuff with her. I feel like I may be shooting myself in the foot. But as a serpent... Wait a minute. No, I do have a foot. We discussed this. Shit. I only have one foot! If I shoot myself in my single foot, I'll be footless! Chat. Chat. Would you still like me if I had no feet? If I was a footless worm? Militant wing organized. Lullinching. Efart says the Wild Pines sent mercenaries after the Union, and now one's dead. Efart asked the Union's militant wing to fully cooperate. He didn't seem at all worried about the whole conflict that's developing.
I wouldn't have taken Everard for a saber rattler. Was he surrounded by Union men he wanted to impress?
If you're alone, he seems sure of his ability to keep things in control.
He wants you and me to believe he's calm and in control. He's a politician.
There's always that risk. He means it.
I'll think it over, Detective. Thank you for relaying this information. What you've said is quite enough. You've given... Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
More money, please. I do need to... Hopefully, there's probably a whole bunch of tear I can pick up in the new area as well. But I wonder if the Hardy Boys have anything new to say now that Evart theoretically told them to help us. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
No, nothing.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
All right, Titus. Me and Evart talked. Promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature, guys. Evart sent word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. Now fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word.
Ooh, I think we're about to have the Janrock shuffle. All right. Oh, it's close. We only need another hour. I see.
Let me state this very clearly, Capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys, Hardy Boys. How may we assist you?
Talk about the hanging again.
Just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
You murdered him just like that? No
How many
remorse?
people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign,
Oof, the electric chair? That, that's not good.
To reunion to rot for 20 years. For life.
These are bad people? Just doing my job? What you do is different? Is it really? Is it really, Harry? Is it really different? Because it's really not. Reunion, what's that?
River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Honestly, I drank so much I can't really remember anyone I sent behind bars.
Remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
How did you kill him?
Didn't they take...
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
The lieutenant goes in for the leg sweep. Titus does not see it coming.
Look, I'm not gonna play questions with you, Capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
All right, we're getting some new information.
And then we hanged the fuck.
But you just knock him out.
Fucking elbow copper. Samaran boxing style.
Samurai boxing, or Sambo, is an
Ha, Sambo.
set of one-on-one fighting moves originating from the Samaran Isola. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool.
Ooh, and cool. Where did it?
Here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Where did this overpowering happen?
Fucking listening? The fucker came to our
Yeah, that's what I
bar.
thought.
It hap-
What about the
Of
Ingus?
course he's having trouble.
Fuck off, Shanky.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
With numbers, asshole.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
And
Something you're
fuck
not
you
telling
too,
me.
Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them.
Like what, Copper?
No more
About
questions.
Fucking time.
I saw a witness.
You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
Well, fancy that. It ain't a local.
Just contact this Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others, and he's in witness protection.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
Who he is
It's
irrelevant.
like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
Going down very quietly. No shouting, no commotion.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
Damn, they wormed their way out of it somehow. Try something else.
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to save me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
It said it looked like a surreal
That
play.
means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Chunky. It's Chunky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you're lying, Shanky.
great witness.
Wait, no. I didn't mean to click that. I meant to click scan the room.
The Jamrock Shuffle.
Ooh, but we completed our thought.
In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them
Okay.
are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows? Maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the cocaine
The cocaine skull! Ah! Find better loot in locked containers. I mean... Okay, I guess. Can I, like, full-on improve a stat? Why does it show plus? That bugs me. I am wondering maybe if I get to, like, 6 skill points, if I can level up a base skill. So I'm certainly wondering if it will basically give me... It'd be the same thing as putting 1 into everything, maybe? I don't know. Wanted to do scan the room.
The circus left town.
Yeah. Scan the room.
From the right, sitting across, and then the emblem on his in the far corner. Standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size in
Okay.
conclusion. Exactly.
Odd soul. Okay, so there's nothing new from scanning the room. Gotcha. Okay. Now we head to the new area. I think we've exhausted everything we can or need to do here. Can't talk to any of these people. Ooh, a radio. Radio killed the video star. No, I'm pretty sure it's the other way around. I think it's video killed the radio star. Come on, Harry, run with a bit of pep in your step, boy. An inverted star, you say? Well, why don't I help you open up? Jamrock Biker Cop Sunnies. Oh, hell yeah. What's our current classes? Calculus and Drama? Bam. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we look cool as fuck. we need some better gloves, though. Well, I don't want electrochemistry. What do I put on the fallen gloves? Plus one half-light. What was half-light again? Oh, right. Let the body take control. Threaten people. That one was concerning. I think I want to stick to interfacing, because that helps me with machines. And I need to get my clipboard back on. Okay, we can't go further over there. A breaker box. Maybe there's something inside. Money! See a lot of car tracks over here. Broken axle. Banged up fuel canister.
A banged up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible.
Damn, that car went out.
And lonely down there in the icy water.
Empathy with the car.
Water has already started to corrode the metalworks. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
It appears to be so. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
What's the make of this? Can I see a logo?
It's too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out.
A monkfish. Ooh.
Monkfish float by. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
The
How long's it been here?
On the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Looks like Jacob Ear's journey has come to an abrupt end.
Finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yet another case of engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ.
Yes, clearly this is a triumph. I'd say the vehicle has been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Well, what should we do, Kim?
Tide and see what's inside.
How long it take for low tide to come in?
An hour or two tops.
Yeah, we'll just sit on the swing.
As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so.
Okay, rude.
Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Well, let's whistle a tune.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then
Keeled morale.
straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and the sunken car. The wind blows. In the distance, behind the church, some vagrants are having an argument over a bag of tin they found in the reeds. Further away, a flock of seagulls lands. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches?
Historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
You think I'll ever find my gun?
I hope so.
Been thinking, if I put enough time into eating right and exercising, I could turn myself into a living weapon, and I wouldn't even need a gun.
Echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Is that a number on? Is that a number on the side?
41. What do you think it stands for?
Is this my car? Fuck me, is this my car?
A precinct, yes. A police precinct. Precinct 41, your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach. And
Oh no.
comes over you.
Oh no.
About to faint and fall.
Oh fuck me, is this my car?
Hands get clammy and the air tastes sour to breathe. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
No. No.
Your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
Oh my god, it's mine! I drove my car into the sea! And then I just die.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Probably. Try definitely.
How do we get it out?
We don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable.
But it's my car!
It's sunken too deep. There is no access ramp to the coast.
The badge, the gun, now
The
this?
lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
Wait, a fourth
More
thing.
precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor lost forever into the deepest of seas.
What are you implying, Inland Empire?
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Well, at least Kim is still trying to be upbeat. I can still fix it.
Very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
I don't have that kind of money.
This is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
Are they going to take me back after this, are they?
And machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
It's just going to be like that?
Be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
At least I can see what's in there now.
Yes. Let's go.
Well, we found the traffic hooligan. It was me. I'm the hooligan. We found our badge. Chat. Badge has been acquired. Commander's jacket. I want the patrol cloak because I want shivers. I don't like having the esprit de corps, but I'll just hashtag deal with it. Well, on the plus side, we now have our badge. Thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you. A younger version of you, already disintegrating inside. Still presentable on the outside.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between 2 durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue. The man
Let's look at the photo.
looking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that.
Well, how old?
Maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking impressive sideburns.
He's winking. Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression.
The expression.
It looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it.
All right, let's save. That's kind of a big thing to have gotten. Ooh, footsteps. A boat. Quick travel unlocked. Interesting. Well, hold on, before I go up there, all using. Oh, that's a weird place for a boat. All right, so a place to loot. Postcard. A bow knot. What equipment slot does this go? Goes on the neck? No, no, no. We need the horrific necktie. Just a little shack with a chair in it. Interesting. Is that... some tear. Alright, we'll take that. Yoink. I claim this tear in the name of protagonist. back down here. If I go south... Someone broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Alright, so I think this goes back to... Okay, so that goes back to there. So let's go down here. Get out of my way! Nobody's been here for a very long time. Also need to keep an eye out for tear because tends to just be hidden very subtly on the ground. Although we're finding a lot in barrels, so that's nice. Someone has left their music collection beneath the toplin. Ooh. We got a tape. Wait, hold on. I had a thought. Shit, did I accidentally cancel it? Oh, birds in the birch tree. Okay, so if I equip the boombox.
The portal reel is just what you needed. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it, a click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing
Of
this.
course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What could possibly stand in my way?
You have to convince God to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself.
All right.
Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you. Pack up.
All right. Now hold on. If I equip the boombox,
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
what happened here?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscure for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
Wait, what's a block obscure?
Block. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war, or one that has fallen to gang violence, or has become inhospitable in some other way.
On
I see.
aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares, hence their name.
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drums. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
He left some old music behind.
Yes, and you picked it up as part of the Jamrock Shuffle.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
We should move. I don't think...
Okay, but does it let me play the tape?
The portal reel is you press the large button marked. It sounds like telling you about. Within seconds you know. A click, then silence for a bit. Of course, yeah.
Oh, whoops.
The B-side of the gods, the
Okay. I thought I could walk around with the boombox just to have some different music playing. And I guess I misunderstood that, right?